Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star Part 261 based on novel. So let's start. Flame Star Master growled in the endless flames. Each inch of the original star was trembling, and the space and time under Fumo Master's control were taken away. Apparently, Flame Star Master and Fumo Master were fighting for the control over the original star. Fumo Master. The giant beast in flames roared, and his voice pierced through layers of space and blasted beside Fumo Master's ears. That golden horned beast is a member of my Space Beast Alliance. Now that I'm here, don't even think about hurting him. Ha ha ha. You can't suppress him by controlling space and time, and you can only fly towards him. The great being of my Space Beast Alliance will have already left through the whirlpool long before you arrive. Ha ha ha. Fumo Master, who was standing on the plain like a mountain, replied with indignation, Flame Star Master, my Northern Territory Alliance has already arranged everything. Even if you can stop me, I can still stop you from controlling the space and time. The great beings of my Northern Territory Alliance will encircle that golden horned beast under my command. There's no way he can run away. First team, move to coordinate. Second team, move to coordinate. Fumo Master transmitted his voice to the great beings arranged by the Northern Territory Alliance, and he even gave the order to the 6 teams on the other side through his alliance. Although Fumo Master wasn't able to suppress Golden Horned Beast through his control over space and time, he was still able to know his every move. Yes. There were several universe overlords coming out of all 6 whirlpool portals. At that moment, dozens of universe overlords gathered on the original star and started to encircle the golden horned beast. He's a member of my Space Beast Alliance. Flame Star Master said, infuriated. Although he also couldn't manipulate space and time while Fumo Master was disturbing him, he was still capable of knowing everything that was happening on the original star. Even Flame Star Master was amazed by the number of races and great beings of the Northern Territory Alliance. There was only one Universe Supreme Master within the Northern Territory Alliance, but the number of Universe Masters and Universe Knights was much higher than in other alliances. That was why the Northern Territory Alliance was so reckless when it came to fighting for resources. Fumo Master, it was the great being of my Space Beast Alliance who acquired the valuable. How dare you? Flame Star Master was exasperated. He clenched his teeth as he growled, you have invoked my fury. Humph. Stop preaching to me. Fumo Master snorted. Power is the thing that matters most in the universe. Flame Star Master, I promise not to hurt the golden horned beast as long as he gives us the godly blade. It may have only been a component, but Blade River Luo was a top-tier domain-type true treasure. It had the attacking power of a pinnacle attack-type true treasure. The blade was definitely more precious than a senior true treasure, and the Thorn Ring Alliance would be willing to risk everything to get it back. Ha ha ha. You're joking, right? Flame Star Master roared. The fire around him raged. You're not the only one who can summon great beings. I'll summon Golden Horn Master here. Let's see what you can do against the great beings of my Space Beast Alliance. Fumo Master sneered, unintimidated. Do you really think I'm afraid of him? Let him come. I bet it'll take him a long time to arrive here, anyway. I hold influence over space and time here, and even Universe Masters will have to fly slowly as a result. However, Fumo Master was a bit daunted inside. As Golden Horn Master was a terrific being among the Universe Masters of the Space Beast Alliance, and he had 4 godly bodies. Do you think the great beings of my Northern Territory Alliance are inferior to yours? Fumo Master demanded, refusing to back down. The great beings from the Northern Territory Alliance were notorious for their temperaments. The alliance was made up of quite a few powerful races, but none of them were pinnacle races. They had needed to be humble before they were united. But after being united, with a Universe Supreme Master to guard them, everything changed. The Northern Territory Alliance group would have to admit defeat against a Universe Supreme Master. However, they would sooner die than surrender now. Once a valuable was born, the great beings of the Northern Territory Alliance would flood this place. After all, the Northern Territory Alliance was known for being reckless and for its high number of great beings. While Fumo Master and Flame Star Master confronted each other, standing tens of billions of miles apart, another omnipotent force flooded in through the whirlpool portal. It was a towering figure standing 6,000 miles tall. He carried an ancient, rugged stone staff and walked barefoot. He wore a 1,000 treasure coat. Ha ha ha. I didn't expect to find two universe masters here, his voice resounded. Though the voice was not at high volume, it echoed in the hearts of all the great beings on the original star. Star Sky River enveloped the original star. Powerful objects floating on the blurry river. All the great beings, including the universe overlords ordered to action, froze. Fumo Master was startled. Primal Chaos City Leader. Primal Chaos City Leader. Flame Star Master was also shocked. Both Fumo Master and Flame Star Master were renowned universe masters, yet they couldn't compare with Primal Chaos City Leader. Primal Chaos City Leader had 3 bodies, and each of them was overwhelmingly more powerful than they were. The 1,000 Treasures River was a top-tier domain-type true treasure, and the power of the true treasure could easily kill them. Of course, Primal Chaos City Leader wouldn't dare kill them recklessly, unless he had made up his mind to engage in all-out war with the Northern Territory Alliance. Universe Masters slaughtering the weak was a rare occurrence. Primal Chaos City Leader, Flame Star Master said, growing anxious. That's a great being of my Space Beast Alliance. You're a revered Universe Master, and it would be condescending of you to seize a valuable from a nobody. Power is all that matters. What can you do if Primal Chaos City Leader actually captures it? Please, Primal Chaos City Leader, for Space Beast Alliance's sake, Flame Star Master said. If Primal Chaos City Leader hadn't had the 1,000 Treasures River, Primal Chaos City Leader couldn't intimidate Flame Star Master. However, Primal Chaos City Leader could instantly kill Golden Horned Beast with 1,000 Treasures River. That was one of the advantages of a domain-type true treasure. It could sweep away the weak. Do you really think the Hong Alliance care about your Space Beast Alliance? Fumo Master said. Primal Chaos City Leader, I'll back off now because of you and your 1,000 Treasures River. As for the component of Blade River Luo, it belongs either to you or Flame Star Master. Though Fumo Master had stopped meddling, he still wanted to see what would happen next. The Hong Alliance was one of the greatest superpowers. The Space Beast Alliance was aloof and mysterious, but it had strong unity. It would be interesting to see the confrontation between those two. Flame Star Master opened his mouth. Primal Chaos City Leader. Flame Star Master, I don't think Primal Chaos City Leader would come here for nothing, Fumo Master said. Ha ha ha. Primal Chaos City Leader's laughter resounded, affecting Flame Star Master and Fumo Master. They were all amazed. It was clear why Primal Chaos City Leader was considered one of the most powerful universe masters. Flame Star Master, said Primal Chaos City Leader, since you asked, I'll stop meddling with it for your sake. Fumo Master was taken aback. Flame Star Master quickly responded, thank you, Primal Chaos City Leader. Humph. Fumo Master snorted and stepped into the whirlpool portal. Retreat. Fumo Master gave the order to the universe overlords of the Northern Territory Alliance. He wouldn't interfere anymore, even though he was a bit irritated. After all, as a universe master, he needed to keep his promise. He, like all universe masters, valued his reputation. Go? Let's go. Although those universe overlords like Chi Blood Palace leader were reluctant, they had to follow his orders. Universe Knights of the Hong Alliance, do not attack that Golden Horned Beast, Primal Chaos City Leader commanded. He was at the highest level in the Hong Alliance, which meant his voice was heard by the Universe Knights present. They all followed the order. 1,000 Treasures River disappeared, and so did Primal Chaos City Leader. As Primal Chaos City Leader was transmitting his voice to other great beings, Luo Feng heard a different message. My disciple, it's in your best interest that the Space Beast Alliance is involved in this. The Northern Territory Alliance won't interfere anymore now that Fumo Master has made a promise. Other Universe Knights won't meddle since they know 3 Universe Masters are involved. The only thing you need to worry about is the Thornring Alliance, but don't be too anxious about that. Get out of here with your remote ocean body and some other great beings. Even if the great beings of the Thornring Alliance want to come and arrange an attack, it will take them quite a while. Luo Feng relieved. Golden Horned Beast waved his wing, preparing to fly away. Little thing, Flame Star Master's voice rang out beside Golden Horned Beast. I've never seen you in the Space Beast Alliance before. Have you been vagabonding? Every Space Beast vagabonds when they are young, until they are taken back to the Alliance when they become undying to be discovered. Tell me, have you never been back? Wu, perhaps you don't know who I am, the voice continued. I am Flame Star Master from the Space Beast Alliance. I was previously on another original star, and I came here because I realized that the Northern Territory Alliance had dared to attack one of us based on the conversations I heard from other great beings from the Northern Territory Alliance. Thank you, Flame Star Master, the Golden Horned Beast replied respectfully, lowering his head. No need to thank me, said the voice. You poor thing. You haven't returned? Ever? No, I haven't, the Golden Horned Beast said. I've been alone since the day I was born, and I've never been able to return to the Space Beast Alliance. Luo Feng was afraid of being recognized. However, he recalled what Primal Chaos City leader had said before, that after becoming undying, souls would merge with every inch of godly power, and even Primal Chaos City leader couldn't recognize whether the Golden Horned Beast was Luo Feng himself or a real Golden Horned Beast. However, the virtual universe was all-powerful. One could identify someone's race by connecting to it. If the enemies of other races tried to connect to the sensor of the virtual universe, they would be denied. Unless they sent some human spies, or spies of the Hong Alliance whose minds were controlled. The virtual universe was an incredible invention, and it had many unique functions. Even the most powerful organization, the Ancestral God School, who claimed to be the guardians of universe law, couldn't invent something like the virtual universe. It was a universe of consciousness, and all universe origin laws could be simulated. Never. Flame Star Master said. We have space beasts everywhere in the universe, and all of them rise to power by themselves. They'll only be guided back after becoming undying. There are many great beings of the Space Beast Alliance on the original stars. You can find one of them, act, and go back to the Alliance together. Of course, if you can't wait to go back, you can come back directly. This is the universe coordinate. This is one of the gathering places of our Space Beast Alliance. There'll be beings of our race to receive you, and you'll have the opportunity to go to the Space Beast Alliance Sanctuary. Sanctuary? The Golden Horned Beast's eyes glinted curiously. Yes, Sanctuary. Every great being who is just received will have the opportunity to visit the Sanctuary once, and your power will be further improved there. We'll give you some resources based on your power and potential. You might get special treatment, given that you became so strong even without the help of our race. The Golden Horned Beast listened carefully. Remember the universe coordinates, Flame Star Master continued. You can choose whether to go back now or not. I can tell you that there are lots of great beings from the Space Beast Alliance now, and you can take this chance to meet some of them. Also, beware of the Thornring Alliance. I believe that you've transferred your valuables somewhere else, but don't waste this godly body. Golden Horned Beast nodded mildly. 3 Universe Masters came here because of that godly blade. The Thornring Alliance is way weaker than us, and all they can send are some Universe Overlords. But be careful anyway. The giant beast stepped into the whirlpool portal and disappeared. Many great beings from the Hong Alliance and the Northern Territory Alliance had retreated when Flame Star Master and the Golden Horned Beast were talking, and Luo Feng's remote ocean body raced toward the whirlpool portal like a beam of light. He kept flying. He even saw 2 Universe Knights from the Hong Alliance. Neither of them could identify the remote ocean body's race, but they speculated that he was a Universe Overlord since he dared to act alone. However, because they believed remote ocean body to be a Universe Overlord, they avoided him. Such a smooth journey. No battles at all. Remote ocean body flew out of the vast whirlpool portal and arrived back to the outside. There were indeed no shackles at all. The great beings of the Northern Territory Alliance have retreated, and I didn't see anyone from the Thorn Ring Alliance. Remote ocean body smiled, teleported himself to a distant place, and went back using God Country transportation. Golden Horned Beast flew far away from the portal, and he had flown across the plain and entered the forest. It would take him a long time to arrive at the Whirlpool portal, and the Thorn Ring Alliance would have enough time to make arrangements. My Golden Horned Beast didn't have any valuable or slave. It's such a waste of time to just fly back like that. Golden Horned Beast blinked his eyes in the silent forest. Suddenly, a loud explosion resounded through the trees. Under the strong pressure and consolidated space of the original star, only hundreds of thousands of square miles around him were affected. Many ancient trees fell, but after a moment, all the fragments gathered, and everything was recovered. It was as if the explosion had never happened. After a long time, 3 beings of the crystal race arrived. There were such strong energies, and they should have come from the battle of great beings, said one of them. Where are the great beings? Maybe they left instantly after that. The 3 great beings of the crystal race looked around, then left. Asterisk 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 asterisk. 9 universe overlords from the Thorn Ring Alliance gathered at the portal to the outside world. We must get the godly blade of Blade River Luo this time. Blade River Luo is a top-tier domain-type true treasure, and it has exceptional attacking power. If some other power gets the godly blade, it'll definitely use it as leverage to blackmail us. We must get back the godly blades as soon as possible. Every blade can strengthen Blade River Luo to a large extent. Those 9 universe overlords just arrived here. They waited there for a long time. Why hasn't the Golden Horned Beast showed up? Weird. Asterisk 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 asterisk. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Eventually, a universe master from the Thorn Ring Alliance arrived and inspected the original star, and that was when they found that the Golden Horned Beast was no longer on the original star, which bewildered all the great beings from the Thorn Ring Alliance, as they had no idea where the Golden Horned Beast went. They had to end the plan. Asterisk 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 asterisk. The Golden Horned Beast had a godly body of over 600 miles, which contained excessive energies to most great beings, and they wouldn't waste it. But Luo Feng had his remote ocean body, which had an inconceivable amount of godly power. The power it absorbed in an instant could match the power of the entire Golden Horned Beast. The godly body goes back to the origin of the universe after self-destruction. My remote ocean body absorbs godly power from the origin sea of the universe, which takes much less time than flying to the portal. Luo Feng stood in front of the palace and looked at the endless thousand treasures river. He smiled. If the Thorn Ring Alliance made arrangements, their efforts will be in vain. Remote ocean body stood at a height of over 5,500 miles. The Golden Horned Beast, meanwhile, stood over 600 miles tall but had the same amount of energy as remote ocean body did. Luo Feng could use remote ocean body as a flame god origin crystal and blow it up without feeling any remorse because he could recover it in no time. The godly power contained in a remote ocean body might not be 1/1,000,000th that of the boundless remote ocean. It's not because my Golden Horned Beast is small, it's because my boundless remote ocean is too large. Luo Feng exclaimed. It's wonderful to have the boundless remote ocean. No wonder the 9 remoteness ocean of 9 remoteness master can rival that of a supreme true treasure. A godly body that could rival a supreme true treasure. 9 remoteness master was invincible while within 9 remoteness ocean. Luo Feng had yet to attain such power, but his boundless remote ocean held the same potential. Self-destruction there, recovery here. Mused Luo Feng, in a good mood. Primal Chaos City leader transmitted his voice to Luo Feng. Come here, Luo Feng. Yes, teacher. Luo Feng turned around, looked at the main palace, and teleported himself there. Inside the palace. You have come back safely? Primal Chaos City leader said, grinning at Luo Feng. Yes, Luo Feng said, smiling. Fortunately, you showed up in time. If it weren't for you, I would have been in even deeper trouble. It was actually easier to deal with than I expected, Primal Chaos City leader said. That Fumo Master would have definitely confronted me if it weren't for Flame Star Master. Even if I had used Thousand Treasures River to take you away, it would have taken a while to transfer you to the Whirlpool portal at light speed. We managed to make it out of there without any real drama, but there may be repercussions later. Luo Feng said, it was because both you and Flame Star Master were there that the Universe Masters from the Northern Territory Alliance realized they didn't stand a chance. Yes. Primal Chaos City leader nodded and exclaimed, also, the godly blade of Blade River Luo is not that important. If it were a top-tier true treasure, Fumo Master wouldn't have backed down like that. He might have summoned other Universe Masters, leading to certain bloodshed. Luo Feng nodded. He understood that a top-tier true treasure was enough to instigate fights among Universe Masters. As for top-tier domain true treasures, they didn't show up at one time on the original star. The most precious part of Blade River Luo was the compass, and without the compass, the godly blade might not be as valuable as an ordinary true treasure blade. However, the godly blades were vital to Thornring Alliance. They owned the compass, and the godly blades could upgrade the compass from its ordinary level to the top-tier level. What do you want to do with the godly blade? Primal Chaos City leader asked, looking at Luo Feng. You can take it for your own, or you can give it to our race and get contribution points. With the contribution points, you can buy some resources you need, or a true treasure you desire. I'm willing to hand it to our race, Luo Feng said respectfully. Primal Chaos City leader nodded. Okay. Then go to Primal Chaos City now, as it's the place to donate valuables to our race. Your valuable will be assessed by the virtual universe system, and it'll give you the contribution points that match its value. Virtual universe system. Luo Feng was dazed. The virtual universe system is what determines the valuable, and it's the best, Primal Chaos City leader said. Besides, using the virtual universe is the fairest method because it's an artificial intelligence system without any personal bias or interests. All the great beings will be convinced. Luo Feng nodded. I understand. I'll go to Primal Chaos City right now. Go? Asterisk 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 asterisk. That same day, Luo Feng arrived at the headquarters of the Virtual Universe Company and started his trip to Primal Chaos City by a spaceship. Inside the spaceship. Ah. It's so uncomfortable, the passengers in the spaceship whispered. The flow of time is in chaos. It's sickening. Luo Feng was sitting in a single room, and he laughed after hearing those complaints. He also felt sick when he went to Primal Chaos City for the first time. After all, the original universe was different from the primal universe, and the flow of time was in disorder in the universe portal connecting the two. Many talents who went with him fainted on the ground. It's been 100,000 years, Luo Feng exclaimed. He was still a child when he went to Primal Chaos City leader the first time, and he couldn't even pass the first level of the Heavenly Bridge, and the most valued talent was Bo Lan. Now, after adventuring in the Blood River World and Demon Note Mountain, after being the special envoy of the Gunwu section of the virtual universe, after thousands of years of training in the Outdomain battlefield and Ice Hell, after the meditation in the Ancestral God School, after venturing through 9 remoteness space, and after 50,000 years of vagabonding in the universe, he finally became undying. After 100,000 years, he no longer considered Shohua Knight his competitor. Even if it was a universe overlord. He battled with Qi Blood Palace leader, Bei Feng Knight, and Qian Yang Knight. It's been 100,000 years, there should have been many battles between talents. There are 2 battles every 10,000 years, Luo Feng thought. I haven't paid much attention. Mr. Luo Feng, we've arrived at Primal Chaos City, the captain of the spaceship said with veneration. Okay, said Luo Feng. His mind came back to reality. He glanced at the respectful captain, nodded, and walked out. Luo Feng walked across the hallway with the Undying Emperor Captain, with Undying and Sector Lord crew members standing by his side. He stepped out of the spaceship before the other passengers got out. They all whispered, "Who is he?" Even the captain is so respectful of him. Perhaps a universe knight. Incredible. See? Even the receptionist of the Primal Chaos City leader saluted him. Among the passengers discussing these matters in low voices, some of them were slaves of Primal Chaos City leader, and some of them were universe-level fighters, domain lords, and sector lords. Over half of them had come to Primal Chaos City in the first place, and to them, Universe Knights were already the supreme beings in the universe. Luo Feng arrived at the city leader palace. Mr. Luo Feng. Mr. Luo Feng. Many guards and servants recognized Luo Feng. They all knew that Luo Feng had killed Bark Mirror Emperor and that his palace was on the mountainside of Thunder Island, and he was qualified to attend the Supreme Council meeting. They all showed him great respect. Luo Feng had studied the procedures of donating valuables before coming. The location was at a side palace, and he needed to file an application for donating valuables. The side palace was closed generally, and it would open automatically after the application and the applicant arriving there. Luo Feng walked to the side palace. The door slowly opened. Luo Feng stepped inside. The door closed. This is the place where I donate the valuable. Luo Feng looked around the side palace. There was only a stone plate with a diameter of around 300 feet at the center. Luo Feng needed to put the valuable on the stone plate so the virtual universe could carefully assess the valuable. Luo Feng took out the godly blade. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, muttered Luo Feng. I only have one godly blade of Blade River Luo, which is almost useless to me. Aside from the blades, there's a compass, and it's almost impossible to attain. As for the idea of fighting against the Thornring Alliance, I'm not powerful enough to do that yet. Luo Feng stepped forward and erased his life imprint on the godly blade. He put the blade on the stone plate. Cyan threads burst out of the stone plate and surrounded the godly blade. Suddenly, Luo Feng heard a voice. Godly blade of Blade River Luo, spoke the voice, mild and gentle. It is worth 12 true treasure points. Are you willing to give it to our race, Luo Feng? Luo Feng smiled. Of course. The stone plate cracked, splitting into two halves. The godly blade fell through the crack, and the stone plate quickly closed back up again. This is the catalogue of valuables of the human race, the voice continued. Suddenly, a giant, grey catalogue showed up in the sky. It featured 4 types of valuables: true treasures, materials, and special resources. Luo Feng looked up at it, considering his options. Special resources, Luo Feng said. The menu changed, and a plethora of names of resources appeared. Luo Feng was thrilled by this simple inventory, as it might list the core resources of the human race. Of course, Luo Feng was not even qualified to see many of them. For instance, true treasures were divided into ordinary true treasures, senior true treasures, top-tier true treasures, pinnacle true treasures, and supreme true treasures. Luo Feng could only see ordinary true treasures and senior true treasures. The others, Luo Feng was not qualified to view. Regardless, Luo Feng doubted there were any supreme true treasures in the human race even available for exchange. As for materials, there were lots of ingredients for making weapons and potions. There were all kinds of special resources, a category comprised of anything that didn't qualify within the other categories, even Undying Bug Clan Queen and other special life forms for soul transfer. The prices varied based on each item's rarity and level of importance. Luo Feng spent 3 hours reading the entire catalogue. I have my boundless remote ocean to supply godly power, so I don't need the materials or resources, thought Luo Feng. And I don't make weapons and potions. Luo Feng shook his head. I'll just get another true treasure. There were 2 levels of contribution points. The race could bestow treasure points or true treasure points. The average ordinary treasure was worth half a treasure point or 1.5 true treasure points. As for some special treasures, sets of treasures or even domain-type treasures, flying palace-type treasures, and soul-type treasures could rival ordinary true treasures, they were much more valuable. An ordinary true treasure was worth about 1 true treasure point. Generally, 1 true treasure point was worth 3,000 to 4,000 treasure points, and the exchange rate fluctuated within that range. As for now, One true treasure point was worth 3,200 treasure points. True treasures and senior true treasures. Luo Feng read the prices of the valuables. The prices of senior true treasure blades ranged from 8 true treasures points to 30 true treasure points. The prices of senior true treasure armor ranged from 12 true treasure points to 60 true treasure points. As for senior domain type true treasure, Luo Feng could only see the cheapest one, which was worth 180 true treasure points. Luo Feng didn't even bother reading the others. Among the senior true treasures, close combat weapons were the cheapest, and true treasures for survival were relatively more expensive. Flying palace type, soul type, and domain type treasures were the priciest ones. I'll check the ordinary true treasures, Luo Feng said, shaking his head. I have star map, Shawu wing, and force armor. I don't need those senior close combat weapons, spiritual force weapons, and armor. He started to read about the ordinary true treasures. They were cheaper, as expected. On average, they were 1/10 of the price of senior true treasures, and the quantity was much higher. He suspected they had been donated by universe masters who didn't need them anymore. So cheap. They are so cheap. Luo Feng kept exclaiming. However, he was dazed when he noticed the flying palace type, soul type, and domain type treasures up for exchange. The prices of ordinary flying palace type true treasures ranged from 18 to 80 true treasures points. The prices of ordinary soul type true treasures ranged from 36 to 120 treasures points. The prices of ordinary domain type true treasures ranged from 16 to 80 true treasure points. These ones, on the other hand, are expensive, Luo Feng muttered, realizing he couldn't purchase any of them with his measly 12 true treasure points. The cheapest ordinary domain type true treasure is worth 16 true treasure points, and there are 13 of them at this price. Luo Feng read them carefully and quickly had his eyes on a domain type true treasure named Nine Tiger River. This video will end here.